What's up guys, this is Yas. Welcome back to my channel. You're watching Yas's Fit Frag, and today I'm going to talk about top 10 attars from the brand Hasan OUD. So in case you haven't watched the first video which I have done on the first impression and the unboxing of their attars, you can check it out. I have given a briefing about this brand as well. So today I'll be talking about top 10 from the 15 that were sent to me because I actually like these. They all come in these beautiful wooden presentation. The brand name is written here, Hasan OUD. The name of the fragrance is written here. Okay, so they have this magnetic cap and a dipstick here, a glass dipstick. So you will need to apply it using this dipstick. Alright, so 3 ml, 6 ml and 12 ml are presented in this particular wooden box. They also have some of their premium blends which is also presented in glass bottles. So you can have a look at their catalog to understand the pricing of each ml. So I'll give you the range from 3 ml to 12 ml when I'll be detailing about each of these attars. So at number 10 is OUD Sufi. Okay, this is only for OUD lovers because the OUD here is definitely a little skanky because it smells like Hindi OUD to me. So Hindi OUD is obviously a little skankier than Cambodian OUD. So along with Hindi OUD, you will also get some sort of balsamic and benzoin sweetness in the dry down. So overall, I like this one. They also have OUD Cambodia. I like the opening of that, but the dry down was not my favorite because of that balsamic frankincense note, which I did not find in this one. So comparatively, I liked OUD Sufi more than OUD Cambodian, but otherwise, for OUD lovers, I think you will definitely like both. You can check it out. They also have 1 ml option as well. So OUD Sufi costs around 900 to 2900. That is 3 ml to 12 ml price range. Cambodian OUD is comparatively cheaper than Hindi OUD. So Cambodian OUD costs around 800 to 2000. That is 3 ml to 12 ml. Now talking about performance, it's obviously OUD guys. So projects 2 to 3 hours and gives a good lasting of 10 hours on my skin. So that is OUD Sufi if you like typical skanky OUD with a bit of that benzoin sweetness. So that was at number 10. At number 9 is Zesty Jasmine. So all the presentation look the same, so I will not be showing each one of them. So Zesty Jasmine is a typical summer based fragrance, a typical neroli and jasmine blend along with some citrus note. There's also some bit of white florals used, but it perfectly suits summers and it has a good performance, projects easily about 2 hours if you're indoors, and a great lasting of 8 to 9 hours. So for a summer attar, 8 to 9 hours is a great deal. Now this is what my skin gave it, but it all depends on your skin chemistry and the weather that you live in, so it can vary slightly. So 8 to 9 hours is what I got Zesty Jasmine from Hasan OUD. Now at number 8 is Golden Fruits. Now this also is a beautiful blend for the summers, a mixed fruit cocktail sort of a vibe, and it also gives me that banana chewing gum kind of smell. So that mixed fruit also gives me this smell of banana chewing gum, which is actually very appealing, and I like this one. So the name is Golden Fruit, so in case you're looking for a good smelling fruity summer attar, definitely try Golden Fruits. This one costs around 700 to 1200. Zesty Jasmine also costs around 700 to 1200 in case I missed to mention the price. Now talking about the performance of Golden Fruits. Projects about 2 hours and a good lasting of 7 to 8 hours. Great for the summers. So that was at number 8. Now coming in at number 7 is Shamama. So I'm sure you guys would have heard of the word Shamama because Shamama is one of the natural attar blend made in Kanoj, and it is a very traditional blend. Now I have tried Shamama from the local sellers. I was not a fan of this, but I was blown away by this one because it has that beautiful cardamom note on top, and the cardamom is very evident in this one. It has a lot of spices blended along with cardamom. There is tobacco as well. There are some other spices used in it, but the cardamom is done beautifully and you can smell it easily on the top. Now Shamama costs around 1000 to 1700. That is 3 ml to 12 ml price. Do not expect the projection and lasting to be enormous because I think there are some amount of natural materials used here which will not help the fragrance to project or last very long, but it is still pretty decent. It was projecting about 1 to 1.5 hours and gave a decent lasting of 5 to 6 hours on my skin, which I believe is still good enough. So that was Shamama from Hasan OUD. Now at number 6 is Nawab E Lucknow. Now this one is a little expensive, probably based on the notes used here. costs around 1600 to 4600. There is rose, there is geranium spiciness. The rose is not too prominent, but if you hate rose based fragrance, I don't think you will like this one. The rose is definitely evident, but not in a feminine way, so it is definitely unisex. So along with rose, the spiciness of geranium, a nice blend of saffron as well, along with amber. So that's what I get in this one. Nawab E Lucknow, I love this one because this is one of their beautiful blends from their line. Definitely try it if you like this kind of blending. Not in the Western style, this is a typical Middle Eastern style. Or you can also say this is an Indian style, because some of the natural materials are definitely used in Middle Eastern fragrances as well. So the late dry down in this one also has some sort of balsamic, frankincense type of smoky vibe, which I think you will love if you like typical traditional type of attars. The projection is mind-blowing, projects easily about 3 hours, or I would say 4 hours as well, because my mother-in-law said she could smell me 5 feet away, and I was only testing it, applying it just one swipe on my inner elbow. And I was surprised when she said, I can smell you all around the living room, and it was in the 3rd hour. So I believe it projects maybe up to 5 hours as well. And on my skin, I could smell it even after 10 hours. A beautiful, heavy performing attar, that is Nawab E Lucknow. Beautiful blend as well, but not for those who are not into these traditional or Middle Eastern type of blends, because this is for those who like typical traditional Indian natural attars or the Middle Eastern style. So that is Nawab E Lucknow, a little expensive, 1600 to 4600, but if you're looking for heavy performing attars, definitely give it a try. At number 5 is Musk For Men. Okay, during the presentation unboxing video, you would have seen like 3 to 4 musk attars from Hasan OUD. This one is my favorite out of all. I'll tell you why. Musk For Men smells very similar to Musk Rajali from Ajmal, or I would rather say Silk Musk from Ajmal, which is usually marketed in that name in the Middle Eastern countries. In Dubai, you will not see Musk Rajali, you will see it as Silk Musk, which is more or less similar to Musk Rajali, but they have this slightly amped up floral note. Doesn't mean that it smells too floral like a feminine fragrance. It's just that the same Musk Rajali sort of smell, but slightly amped up with floral note to make it more evident. Now the problem with Musk Rajali is some nose don't detect the smell at all, because I get a lot of comment in my Instagram saying I cannot smell anything, I don't know why you said it projects this and that, and so many hours of lasting. Now let me tell you guys, 50% of the people do not understand the smell of Musk Rajali, because it smells more like a natural pheromone, and that is why some nose don't detect that at all. Now in my wearing experience, I can easily smell it for about 10 to 12 hours on my skin, and it has a great projection of 2 to 4 hours if you are indoors. Now one of my colleagues also has Musk Rajali, but I can easily catch him when he wears that. I always tell him, are you wearing Musk Rajali? And he always tells me, you're the only one who can smell this one. Okay, so this Musk For Men is also done on a similar style, and it is beautifully blended, guys. Because Musk Rajali is my favorite, this one is also my favorite from their musk line, because it smells very similar to that, with that amped up floral note, which is more like silk musk, which is sold in the Middle Eastern countries. Now you can also relate it to Quair Musk from the Ajmal Perfume series, from their A series, which is similar looking bottle like the W series. So it has that leathery sort of musk as well. This is more evident than Musk Rajali. For those who do not understand the smell of Musk Rajali, try this one. This is beautiful, guys. My favorite musk from Hasan OUD line. Now this also, when it comes to performance, easily projects about 2 to 3 hours. Gave me a solid lasting of 10 to 11 hours on my skin. At number 4 is Rocha Kanoj. This one costs around 1000 to 1700. Another beautiful blend of fresh cardamom and saffron. Now the beauty of this is the cardamom is slightly toned down and the saffron is more evident. And the saffron is so well done here. It smells more like a milky saffron, just like how a milk tastes when you use saffron on it. A little orangish type of color. That's what the milk turns into, and it smells so creamy and rich. That is what you get here. After the dry down, it smells more like the Kesar Kulfi, which is a saffron based kulfi, and that's what I love in this one. That is Rocha Kanoj from Hasan OUD. Definitely give it a try if you like natural saffron type of fragrance. beautifully blended, smells very similar to Kesar Kulfi, which I'm sure you would know if you are from India. So definitely give it a try. Beautifully blended saffron, a very milky sort of saffron along with that hint of cardamom. Now, performance wise, again, don't expect anything outstanding. I could sense the projection for about 1 hour and got a decent lasting of 4 to 5 hours. So after 2 hours, it is more like a skin scent, but I could still smell it for about 4 to 5 hours, not more than that. But for a natural, beautiful smelling attar like this, you cannot really expect heavy projection. But if you want to enjoy the beauty of natural cardamom and saffron, the milky saffron, like I said, 100% a must try. That is Rocha Kanoj by Hasan OUD at number 4. At number 3, now 4 to 1 are my absolute favorite from this line. At number 3 is Mukhallat Hasan. This is named after him, I believe. Maybe it was his own idea of what notes to use, like the blend. I'll tell you how exactly this one smells. This is a beautiful blend of fresh green patchouli and vanilla. Now the patchouli here smells more like royal patchouli from amber. It is not like the dark green patchouli that you get in Acqua di Gio Profumo, which is a designer brand, because the patchouli there is more like dark green spicy. The patchouli here is not like that. It is more like the fresh green sweet vanillic type of patchouli. If you have tried royal patchouli from Ajmal, I'm sure you will understand what I'm talking about. Now along with patchouli, there is a beautiful creamy vanilla used here, and the vanilla is very similar to the vanilla that you get in Ultramel, which is also creamy, very appealing. That is what you get here, a beautiful blend of fresh green patchouli along with a creamy vanilla. The take on vanilla here is very different from the usual vanilla that you get. In case you like that fruity, creamy kind of vanilla blends, this is definitely a must try. This goes very well all around the year, so I believe this is more of a versatile blend. You can use it in the summers, you can use it in the winters as well, all around the year. Talking about performance, projects about 2 hours and gives a good lasting of 8 to 9 hours. So the performance here is also great. The price here is also reasonable, and that's the best part. So you can easily afford this even if you do not have a lot of money to spend. So this one costs around 700 to 1600, I believe. I do not really remember it. You can check their catalog or check it in their website. So I will be giving the links and the phone numbers in the video description area. You can check it out. The name is Mukhallat Hasan. Definitely give it a try if you like that crowd pleasing type of blends. So that was at number 3. At number 2 is fresh tobacco. Now this is another favorite of mine because I'll tell you why. The tobacco here, don't relate this to Shura at all. It is not smoky. It is very fresh, soft, creamy sort of tobacco, but it is beautifully blended, guys. Because that tobacco is very nicely blended with that fresh green patchouli, again the creamy vanillic type of patchouli, along with olibanum sweetness. There's also some bit of tonka sweetness, but the tonka is not very prominent because when the tonka is too amped up, it smells a little too powdery and feminine to me. So the tonka here is not that sort of overly sweet. It is very nicely done just to give it that smooth edge to the tobacco note. So one of my favorite tobacco, best part is this is again versatile. You can wear it all around the year. Though it is a tobacco scent, like I said, this is not that smoky tobacco. It is very smooth, very creamy. You can use it easily all around the year, any occasion. Performance wise, pretty decent. Projects about 2 hours, a decent lasting of 7 to 8 hours. Now, at number 1, I'll tell you why I placed this at number 1. The name is Spirit of India, and the name is perfectly suiting this blend. I'll tell you why. This is one of the best smelling cardamom fragrance that I've ever smelled till date, guys, and I'm not trying to exaggerate here because the cardamom used here is very fresh, green, very natural. You would have never smelled any fragrance so beautifully blended, so natural, fresh green cardamom type of smell. It smells almost like you open a lid of cardamom, which some people keep at home. I also have it. So if you open the lid of real cardamom I'm talking about and smell that container, that's exactly what I get here. It does not smell synthetic. It does not smell harsh. It is a beautiful fresh green cardamom. Now along with cardamom, it also has a touch of natural saffron as well. Overall, this is a beautiful blend. Now if you look at their note breakdown, which is in their website and also in their catalog, there is also many other notes mentioned, but all I get is a punch of fresh green cardamom with a touch of saffron, and it is beautifully blended, guys. I've never smelled such a beautiful cardamom ever in my life till date. Possibly there are many other attars or perfumes which have similar, but I personally haven't smelled anything with such beautiful cardamom. Even if you take the example of La Nuit de l'Homme, the cardamom there is definitely smooth, very appealing, but it doesn't smell fresh, green, natural like this one. Designer brands generally don't use natural materials, but if you understand the beauty of natural materials, this is what you can try. Now this is slightly expensive, costs around 3,000. I think 3 ml costs around 1,000 and the 12 ml costs around 3,500. In case you want to try 6 ml, that would be somewhere between 2,000, but the 3 ml costs around 1,000. Slightly expensive, but let me tell you, such a beautiful fresh green cardamom I've never smelled in my life. I'm not trying to exaggerate. Check it out. You're worrying about blind buying, go for the 1 ml. It's just that your cart value should be minimum of 500. Talking about performance, this I could sense the projection easily about 2 hours, and it gave me a good lasting of 7 to 8 hours, which I think is not bad for such a beautiful natural smelling cardamom. So 7 to 8 hours is definitely not bad at all. I would rather say it's a good performance. So that's about top 10 attars from the brand Hasan OUD. Let me know in case you have tried any of these. Comment down in the comment section. See you next time soon. Keep sharing the videos. Cheers.